So let's be honest here, I was a huge fan of last week's episode. It gave me a lot of hope, there were a lot of clues. I was really pumped up for this week's episode because I felt like we were on a good path, you know? We just had 5 episodes left, a lot of stuff had to happen. And with all of the hype about Lucas and his AD secret, I was like, yes, this is gonna be so good. I said that at the beginning of my reaction video, hope you checked it out. And then I was really let down, especially with whatever Lucas's secret was. I mean, it was pretty lame. Considering all of the promotion they did, all of the hype surrounding it, that was lame. And I feel like seriously not much happened in this episode. And I've probably said that about so many PLL episodes that we can't even keep track of it. But why is that more important now? It's more important now because we only at this point have 4 episodes left. And I do feel like as a service to fans, there should be at least one big clue dropped in these next couple of episodes. Of course, the finale, everything has to be dropped. So to me, it was pretty disappointing, you know? Was it a terrible episode? No, because some stuff did happen, but was it amazing? Was it what I hoped for? No. Now, what's weird is that I've seen a lot of different comments going both ways. I've seen people say they loved the episode and felt like there was a lot of stuff going on, and then a lot of people said they were let down like I was. So let me talk about Spencer off the top. There's so much debate about her having a twin, but I feel like there's really no denying it after the airport scene from last week. Now in this episode, I felt like her behavior was off again. What I can't discover or figure out is, are we seeing like this whole season, is it one Spencer, whether that's the evil or good one, or are we getting like evil and good Spencer in each episode, or are we getting them like every other episode? Like what's up with that? I don't know. I can't tell you. But I felt like it was really weird when she went to Detective Fury's house and was begging him to do illegal things. It kind of reminded me of her mom, honestly, of Mary being very sneaky and manipulative. And I think Spencer is a very smart girl, but I'd never seen her do those, I'd never seen her act that way where she was asking someone to break the law. You know, yes, there is more to the story about what happened with Rollins and why they were involved in his death, but the stuff that she was saying to him was just really weird. And then she tried to kind of blackmail him by saying like, if I took that disk drive, then that would mean we were alone together. And just, I mean, honestly, for a lot of the episodes, she felt off to me. She felt off to me when she was with Emily and was being very insensitive about the baby she's having with Allie. I think I mentioned that, but then accidentally lost some of that footage when I was doing my reaction show, because as you know, I lost some of the footage last night, which sucked. But anyway, she feels off to me, you know, and there were times when I felt like she seemed kind of normal, but is she trying to seem more normal when she's with the big group of girls? Because I feel like when she's with just a few people or just with Detective Fury or whatever, we're getting the weirder, not normal side of Spencer. So I needed to throw that out there. Let's talk about Arya. Arya, to me, has really crossed a lot of lines, and I've got to say, whatever is in her file better be huge or I'm going to be very upset with the show, because the stuff she is doing is kind of like, to me, if someone said to me they were going to kill my mom if I didn't trash this nursery, it would have to be that big and it would have to be that serious, okay? So if the secret is that she went to Radley, then I'm going to think she's not a great person, because here's the thing, if I went to somewhere like Radley and someone was making me do terrible things to my friends, and especially the whole nursery scene, I felt that was just so wrong and so low of her, I would be like, you know what, I'm going to tell everyone that I was in Radley because it's not worth it to betray these people I care about. And I would go ahead and tell them before AD had the chance to, you know, spill it to everyone. So I'm just thinking, like, what the heck is in this file? Is it something that we haven't even considered? I don't know. But I don't think it's that she had this relationship with Ezra, because the whole town knows about that. I know there are some people completely stuck on that and will not stop thinking about that. And I know the promo mentioned it in a way, but I just don't think the promo is going to tell us what's in the file, because whatever it is has to be huge. Again, if it's not Marlene, your face is getting ripped up again. Do you know what I'm talking about? If you do, thumbs up the video. If not, you got something really cool coming for you. Or it might make you mad. I don't know. Anyway, that's for another day. That's for the future. But I just felt bad for her, and I didn't really, I mean, I didn't feel bad for her. I felt bad for Emily and Arya, and Emily who put together this, Emily and Allie and Emily who put together this nursery. And even with Arya like fake crying at the end, I didn't really feel bad for her. Like, she missed out on Ezra's book thing. I don't know. She's just got a lot of problems. I'm just hoping for her sake and the sake of the show, it's for a really good reason. So there was something really weird that happened that no one's really mentioned. I mentioned it briefly in my live chat. The scene where they were at the high school and they were trying to figure out if they could catch AD picking up that thumb drive. So we have like Emily and Allie like looking out for him or her, and they see someone, they see who they think is AD, and they start running to catch up with this person, and Allie gets like a head start and she rounds the corner before Emily, and then the next thing you know, we see her like clutching herself. She was like, someone pushed me really hard. Now, I've watched a lot of horror movies, and this may mean nothing because I don't know where the show is going half the time, but a lot of times when the person is running after the killer, trying to catch the killer, and I know that it's not really a killer, but the bad guy, the bad girl, I've seen that so many times in horror movies where like they're supposedly trying to stop the person and they disappear, and the next thing you know, they're like, oh my god, this person hurt me. And then usually it's because they are either part of this scheme going on with this bad person, or they are the bad person themselves. So what do you think about that? Some people in the chat said, oh, Mona was the one who pushed her. But I don't know. I mean, I feel like Mona's turned the corner here. She knows Allie's pregnant, right? Does she know that? Maybe not. Like, who would push a pregnant person? That's just ridiculous. Like, how could that happen accidentally? Or, I don't know. But what do you think about that? That was weird to me, and it made me wonder for a second, like, Allie's not involved in this, is she? But the problem is that I have here is that in my live chat, like, probably 10 people were mentioned as who you guys thought were AD, and you were very serious about who those people were, and I'm just like, wow, we have 4 episodes left, and people are not narrowing this down, and that's not your fault. I feel like that's the show's fault for just leaving us out here with all these different things going on at once, all these things from the past that were never resolved, all of these clues and people acting weird, and there's too many red herrings, and I don't think that's the making of a good mystery show, because honestly, yeah, if there's some huge surprise in a mystery show, I love that. I don't want to figure it out every single time, but I also feel like we should be able to narrow down a few people. Now, that being said, I have narrowed it down. I believe that it's either Spencer's twin or Mary / Jessica, because I'm not really sure that Mary isn't Jessica, if you know what I mean. And that's kind of what I think, or I think they'll go the book route and do the Alice and Courtney thing, which I really, really hope they don't do. So I'm hoping for better things next week. I'm trying to think, was there anything else I needed to talk to you about with this episode? Yes, Emerson. So that was one of the highlights of this. There's 2 things, that Lucas, Hannah moment, and Emerson. Allie finally admitting to Emily that she loved her. We knew this was coming because she kind of confessed that to Paige, and I thought that was a really special moment. I think it's cool that they are probably, you know, going to get engaged or married or whatever, but they are going to make this family work. They're going to raise the baby, even though I think it was meant to set her up and to destroy her by getting her pregnant. They're going to make that into a positive thing. So I think that's great, and I think that was like the shining moment of the episode. And then I feel like Lucas was being completely sincere when he was telling Hannah his feelings for her, and I think he has loved her since they were young, since they were in high school. I mean, I think he would of course love to be with her, but I think he loves her even on a deeper level than that. And he may end up being on the AD team, or he was on the AD team. I really think he's being blackmailed by A. But I think what he had, that moment with Hannah, I keep wanting to call her Ashley, you know, I feel like that was super genuine. That's just my thoughts. So I'm curious to see what you think. What are your theories? What do you think about this episode? What do you think about what I've said? What do you think about Spencer having a twin? If you know, I would love to hear that. Just let me know what you think. I was going to say, like, if you don't necessarily believe in what I'm saying, you let me know what you think. I always welcome different opinions. That's totally fine. If you enjoy these types of videos from me, thumbs this up, let me know. But I'll keep doing the live chats, live reactions, and all of that. And we'll have a lot more stuff going on for finale week. But I'm not ready to unveil that yet, but I will let you know as we get closer to time. If you're new here, please subscribe. And I want to thank all of my new subscribers. Welcome, everyone. It's been great hearing from you in the comments. I love you guys. I will see you soon. Bye. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Kelly TV. I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of the Kelly TV family. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter so you can keep up with all I'm doing.